guys, Javin here with Costello Real Estate and Investment. Today I have Michael Curtis here with us. He's going to be able to talk to us about a few mortgage programs that they have in mind. We have the Dream to Own.
Yes.
And then we also have the NC Home Advantage program. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we can certainly touch on starting with the Dream to Own program. It seems to be the most exciting out there right now with what's out there in terms of options.
Okay.
What we're finding is that it's well, first of all, it's a movement mortgage down payment assistance program available that we can offer through Movement Bank. It is up to 4% assistance towards down payment and closing costs. And what's really exciting about it as well is that it is going to follow the same income and conforming limits of a regular conventional loan program. So there is no cap like with the North Carolina housing program,
okay,
which will limit how much you qualify for. And wait, that's not more.
Yeah.
That's not all, I should
Okay.
say. there is more. And so on top of that, this is a program that has no mortgage insurance. And so we're seeing
That's
that
good.
It's easing back because mortgage insurance, as you know, plays a big part in that pie, that slice of the pie of that monthly
Yeah.
payment that people have.
And a lot of my buyers, they love to stay away from the mortgage, the private mortgage insurance.
Sure,
so
certainly.
this is huge for
Yeah.
them. Now, the credit score, I love to give
Yep.
it up front. You
Yep.
know, you can ask me any kind of questions
Certainly.
if you guys have any questions about it. But what will be the credit score to
Yeah.
qualify for this?
Good question. So what we find across the board with all assistance programs is they are more conservative from a credit score requirement. So whether it's North Carolina Housing, House Charlotte, whether it's the Dream to Own, they will have a higher credit score requirement. Minimum credit score for North Carolina housing programs, which is the most prevalent in Charlotte for that matter, is going to be a 640.
Okay.
The Dream to Own program is going to be a 700.
Okay.
So there is that slight jump or more than a slight jump in the credit score requirement. But that's why you want to have these conversations now. That way you're able to see what options are available to you now.
Right.
As a game plan, a credit plan. If your score doesn't quite meet that 700 or that 640, we can start working through those steps of that path of least resistance, getting the score where it needs to be.
Now, you are able to help as far as helping repair
Yep.
credit as well, right?
Yep. I like to tell folks that I'm not necessarily a credit counselor, but I do consider myself to be almost like a financial advisor around the largest purchase that you're going to make in your life. So,
Okay.
so one thing that I have is tools and resources available to where I'll be able to provide you with three things.
Okay.
First being is action item steps to improve your score. Second is, should you be able to work through those steps, what that new score range would be. And then thirdly, a timeline. How long is it anticipated to take for you to get your score up? Should you work through those steps into that new score range?
Perfect. So say, and this is just maybe a hypothetical question, say if I have a 580 credit score, and there's not too many crazy dings, just the normal stuff that's
Wear
on
and
there.
tear.
Yeah, the normal wear and tear. And I need to get to a 640. How long could that process take? I know it's every case by case.
Great question, and it's just like, I like to say that everybody's thumbprint is different, right? So as far as what it would look like with you with a 580 versus me with a 580, it may be a little different, just depending on our credit history. But on average, what I'm seeing is that to give you a real life example, let's take it a step further. So I had a lady I was helping last month. Her credit score was a 530.
Okay.
With some minor tweaks in her credit score, we saw that she could gain 100 points in 30 days.
Okay.
So great option for her to see, okay, I have a timeline of 30 days, my score can really jump up. I've seen some people take a little longer, I've seen some people take a little less.
Right.
But if you're receiving that feedback, or if you're seeing those kind of reports, the Credit Karmas of the world, and you're seeing your score is not quite there, just know that there is resources available. Again, on average, I'm thinking anywhere from 30 to 90 days.
Okay.
If you're 580, depending on what steps are recommended by the credit bureaus.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you said there are more programs available.
Yep.
I know there's one that I was looking at, the NC Home Advantage mortgage program.
Yep.
I guess that's for first-time home buyers. Also, the move-up home buyers, which had their first house and then they want to purchase a second one, that they can qualify as well. Can you shed some light on that one?
Certainly, yes. So NC Housing has probably got one of the most comprehensive programs for first-time home buyers. There is options available out there for low down payment or even assistance for folks that are repeat buyers. Going back to the dream to own, that is also for repeat buyers. So if you're selling a home and purchasing a new home as well. NCU housing, for the most part, what they're going to do is be geared towards first-time home buyers. But the main I guess buckets, as it were, or programs available that are out there is the $8,000 down payment assistance program, the 5% and the 3%. And what that means, the 3 and the 5% is basically 3% or 5% of the sales price of the home. So if it's a $150,000 home that you're looking to buy, it'll be 3% of that price, or 5% depending on the program.
Right.
Or just the flat $8,000 if you go with the $8,000 down payment assistance.
Now I guess the limit for, you were saying that there's a limit as far as your income.
Yep.
I think it's like $87,500. Is that for a single person, or?
That's going to be household specific.
Okay.
So, and that's the $8,000 as well. So the good news is you can also you can make up to that with 3% and 5%. The most conservative program will be the $8,000 because it's the most money that you're receiving, and so they will have a household income requirement. So if you and I are buying a house together, I'm on a loan, you're not on a loan, they're still going to look at your income.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So, but the 3%, 5% up to $87,500. If it's just you, I'm living in the house, they're only going to look at you.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, that definitely answers my questions. I want to go in depth a little bit more, but we can leave that to the next video. But I do appreciate you for coming.
Absolutely.
I know we were talking before the camera started rolling that you have an interesting story. And then we share. I was in look, and I still keep my. So I got this. Yeah. So you're South African.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Born in South Africa.
It's a long story for another video. I was actually born on a military installation in America. But dad's from Africa.
Okay.
And so the mom's from Charleston. Long story short, we moved to South Africa.
Perfect.
And I still got like half my family's over there.
Yeah, definitely. So how can people reach you?
Yeah, so again, my name is Michael Curtis. I'm with Movement Bank. Best and fastest way to get a hold of me, you can text or call me anytime on my cell phone, which is 803-389-5256. My email address is michael.curtis@movementbank.com.
Okay, perfect. If you want to learn more about the home buying process, if you're a first-time home buyer or a second-time home buyer, please feel free to reach out to me. The link's in my bio, and then we can set up a free consultation for you to get the ball rolling.
Thanks, guys.